This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Razor Consultants are standing by. We'll take caller 988-44999. Ola, and you'll play profile this in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check into Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, the New York Post figured out how to get people to buy newspapers again.
How's that?
By running a full-page ad for the brand Supreme on their front page yesterday.
Oh, that's wild.
What is Supreme? Right? I have no idea what this is.
I mean, it's a clothing line. They make bags. It's very hard to get. It's super expensive. People want it. It goes well with your Gucci belt.
I believe you, brother. I just have no idea. So it's the ad. They bought the front page of the paper.
Yeah. People would want to have that paper.
Okay. All right.
Oh. Like my buddy went to a Supreme shop down in L.A.
Okay.
And then when he got there, the guy was like, "Do you have a reservation to wait in the line?"
Damn, it's one of those places.
And he was like, "No." And the guy was like, "Well, you're crazy. People have been waiting weeks, reservations for weeks to get in the line for this."
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I had no freaking idea.
If you don't know what Supreme is, probably because you're playing yourself.
They immediately
That's
sold
very
out.
possible, Ted. It's very possible.
They immediately sold out of papers, and people who think that they'll be collector's items are already buying them for up to $20 on eBay.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Jesus.
Okay. You slap that on anything, it becomes expensive and rare.
A woman in New York sent an R-rated tweet to the MTA yesterday offering sex for faster subway service. And whoever was running the MTA's Twitter account responded 2 minutes later asking for her exact location.
They were trying, but no more than that. They were trying to be helpful. Like, where are you? What train are you looking to get on? Blah, blah, blah.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
She
maybe
said,
not.
whose D do I have?
Here I have this
to get
D.
a train in 2 minutes. Look, we've all had complaints. They don't get back to you in 2 minutes. Right? You know what I mean? There's no freaking way that the metro of a major city gets back to you in 2 minutes because you're upset that the train's not on time. But I get the feeling it's like, hey, man, I'll perform karaoke. It's like, and where are you?
How can I help?
I'd have texted back, ask for Jeff.
A man in Buffalo, New York, let a woman into his house to use the bathroom on Saturday. Then she grabbed a decorative sword that he had by the door and used it to steal his wallet.
Oh.
It's the last time he's going to do something nice for anybody in his life ever.
Guaranteed.
Would you let a random person use your toilet?
Probably.
I mean, if they needed to.
Right?
In your home.
I mean,
I think any self-respecting adult, I just find them in my backyard.
I could have sworn we did that when I was a kid.
don't just knock on anyone's random door. Like,
Yeah.
can I come in and poop, mister?
Well, it was like once. My sister really needed to go to the bathroom, so we stopped, and of course, Dad went with her and knocked on the door. It was like, hey, we've got an emergency. She said that, she has to go. That means she is going, so... And
Go pee in the trees, man.
I'm thinking number 2.
Go poop in the trees, man.
I told you, I did it when I was doing door-to-door sales, and it was a nasty thing. And when I walked out, the guy whose home it was, he looked so mad at me. Like, I let you in my home and you dropped that bomb in there.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, damn, man.
A 27-year-old man was caught shoplifting from a Walmart in Southern California last week and got away. But then he got arrested after he went back to grab his Bible that he left behind.
Why, so he can read it?
I guess his name was in it or something, but yeah.
Get to the thou shalt not steal part?
Yeah,
He just likes the New Testament.
That's just
Oh, just new. Okay.
He's not messing with those 10 Commandments.
Okay, yeah, man. He's new school.
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah, Matthew 25:18 says it's okay to steal now.
I don't believe you.
No chance.
They revised it.
Scotty, 1518.
Yeah, it's big on earmarks. He just kind of erases some parts of it. 2 teachers in Florida recently donated kidneys and ended up saving 8 lives.
Wow. How was that?
Right? They both wanted to donate to a friend. Then one did a chain donation where they donated to someone else and their friend got a kidney in return. That saved 4 lives. Then the other teacher was so inspired by it, she donated to a total stranger, which started another chain donation, and 4 more people got transplants.
You know what's sad? This is a really sad statement. It's more likely that I would give a perfect stranger a kidney than let them poop in my bathroom.
Well, I think that's because you don't have to be in the same room.
I'm giving them a kidney, man.
Yeah, but you're going to go to sleep, they're going to put you on a table, then you're going to wake up and never see the person that you saved.
Oh, no, I want to see him.
And you can live without it.
I feel like I'd rather let somebody poop.
Give him the
My
option.
kidneys.
Yeah.
Just like how...
Maybe it's just me.
Like, look,
Just like
man, I won't give you a kidney, but if you need to poop, come by anytime.
I just like how donating kidneys has turned into Christmas time at Starbucks.
turned into Christmas time at Starbucks.
You guys never heard about that?
No.
Buying for the car behind you? That was a huge thing. It still is a huge thing.
Wait, what is this now? Go to Starbucks and do what?
Christmas time at Starbucks, as you go through the drive-thru at Starbucks, you say, hey, give me the tab of the person behind me.
But how would you know they haven't ordered?
Yeah, they have. They've been waiting in line for a long time.
Oh, okay.
But then the next person gets up to the window. They're like, hey, don't worry. It's on the guy that just left. They're like, okay, cool. Give me the one of the guy behind me.
Well, it depends who you are. I'd be like, that's cool.
I'm going to order the most expensive thing in line.
Exactly.
You got to be in a car, Miles.
Oh.
It doesn't just happen for
And
people
you gotta,
that stand.
right.
Can I do it on a scooter?
You're not going to know if the person in front of you is going to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only problem. You got this big-ass order, like, yeah,
Right.
they're
And
not
if you
feeling
buy
the
like
Christmas
6 drinks, yeah, good luck.
I did it once on a toll booth for a dude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, going across the Bay Bridge. I said, you know what? Here's 2.
According to a new survey.
And that's how the kidnappers got away.
According to a new survey, the hardest jobs include police officer, soldier, doctor, social worker, and teacher.
Okay.
Politician is 12th.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 have to do with fear, like you could get killed doing them.
Sure.
And then the other 2 is like helping out a lot of teachers and social workers are helping out a ton of people.
Right.
And doctor.
And they're not in the best situations a lot of the time.
If you're a social worker, nothing you do is because things are good.
Can you learn a foreign language just by listening to a tape in your sleep?
If you're asking me personally, hell no.
Please tell me we can.
According to a new study, I'm not working on it.
Oh.
Like, I've been dreaming about this for years.
But it does say probably
in
not.
a foreign language.
Oh, it says probably not?
It says probably not.
Damn it. Wouldn't that be awesome? Go to sleep, wake up speaking Spanish?
Well, if I could also speak English, yes. I mean, if it was just full immersion, like, hey, man, you're only speaking Spanish, that would kind of suck.
I guess it would kind of dumb it down, though, if we all could speak multiple languages.
Yeah.
Researchers at the University of Maine have created a set of chopsticks that deliver an electric jolt to your tongue.
Finally.
Why?
They say it can make food taste salty and delicious even if there's no salt on it. My guess is they're just frying your taste buds so you don't taste a damn thing.
And it's chopsticks. Probably what you're eating is salty and delicious.
Yeah, if you have chopsticks to eat your food, there's a really good chance it's salty. Now with added MSG.
Right, or you've added salt to it and soy
You're
sauce.
so thirsty when you get home.
I mean, does anyone
hungry.
use
You're hungry
so
again,
much
thirsty.
salt in their food that they need to have their mouth electrically shocked?
Yeah.
Here you go, Miles. McDonald's is testing a new French toast McGriddle at locations in Minnesota that use French toast instead of mini pancake
I read
buns.
all about this thing.
I know you did.
They put bacon on it. They put sausage on it. They'll put an egg on it. Domination.
I do. Domination.
You can mess with that.
I
Oh, a better one than that.
They made the McGriddle years ago. Now they're like, all right, let's do it with French toast too.
Yeah, it's been waiting, man.
A 22-year-old man in Maryland was arrested after he showed up for his driver's test with drugs, cash, and a loaded handgun in his car.
Jesus Christ.
How old was he?
I have no idea. I'm not, 22.
Yes, I'm saying, why are you 22 and showing up for your driving test? I'm not trying to say
Well,
that
some
that's
people
What have
get
you
their
done?
driver's license later on in life.
Okay,
Miles.
all right. Well,
Thank you, Mike.
I just said it's in the city. You don't need a car in the city.
Or
That's
maybe
the
he
whole
just
thing.
physically lost it.
Yeah. And he needs to be able to drive his drugs and loaded gun legally.
Mike, you did say what city in Maryland or just in Maryland?
It says in Maryland, Ted.
All right.
We can guess.
Right next to
That's got to be the Glen Burnie.
I mean, like, come on. Right. We know that there's Glen Burnie and a place called Mondawmin Mall. You would not know where Mondawmin Mall is, but if you remember the riots that broke out in Baltimore in, 2015? That's where Mondawmin Mall is.
you won't go in that trunk.
A nun from Missouri recently flew to Australia and got caught with 2 pounds of cocaine in her high heels.
All right.
My guess, this story needs to be revised and say, someone in a nun get up.
Hey, man, are you ever gonna feel
Right.
up a UTSC? You ever gonna feel up a nun? That's a guarantee. Matter of fact, I might even get a priest collar so I can just be like a drug mule. You know what I mean? Golly.
That story's sad, man. He was a little bit older and sounds like some dude just kind of catfished her online, convinced her to do it.
No way.
That was what I read. Yeah, she's not a criminal. She's never been in trouble in her life, but she was like, I fell in love and this and that.
Oh no.
Yeah, in the high heels. Chunky high heels, I guess.
She's a nun.
A
I
Slovakian
can't
woman.
remember if she's a nun. I just know the story was sad overall.
Okay.
A Slovakian woman has been arrested for playing this.
What is that?
Crap.
Yes, I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, my cock. Headlines are coming up 1 hour from now. First, the game is
The Men's Room presents Profile This this.
And Stephen Throwhook, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Jesse. Welcome to the men's room.
No, it's not Jesse. It's Lauren.
Hello, Lauren. Welcome to the men's room.
Thank you.
Certainly. You understand how this here game is played?
I do.
All right, here is your story. In this case, an 18-year-old man in drag. He appeared ready to repel all manner of foes when recently arrested for driving an unregistered vehicle. Now, before being booked into the Manatee County Jail, an incident report notes that the Florida man's purse was searched, and it yielded 2 cans of pepper spray and 2 cans of fart spray. The incident report does not indicate why this guy needed all those noxious sprays or why just one fart spray would not suffice, but this particular guy, he was relieved of his array of sprays, which police marked for safekeeping. He was free on $120 bond, and he's scheduled to go to court later this month. Do you believe that this guy is black, white, Mexi, or Asian?
So, Manatee County in Florida, fart spray and pepper spray.
That's right, 2 cans of each.
Oh, and he was how old?
18.
18. Keep in mind, the fart spray and the pepper spray were not so much against the law. He actually got pulled over for driving an unregistered vehicle. That's just the stuff they happened to find in his purse.
Oh. Well, I'm leaning white, but let's ask the peanut gallery.
I mean, I'm kind of with you. I feel like fart spray, number 1, feels pretty white. So I know you enjoy it, but I'm just saying.
But I enjoy farting.
Yeah. And also, cross-dressing, for some reason, I think leans white. I have nothing to back that up, but I'm with you, sir. I'm thinking white.
You thinking that for a final answer, Lauren?
Yeah, let's go with that. But first I gotta say, hey, Ted, what about that Melty Fest last couple weeks ago, huh?
It was awesome, man.
All right, Lauren, hang on there. We're going to find out if he was black, white, Mexican, or Asian next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Profile this thanks to Florida 18-year-old in drag arrested for driving an unlicensed registered vehicle. He had 2 cans of pepper spray, 2 cans of the fart spray on him.
That is correct.
He is free on $120 bond, and that's all we had to go with.
That's it. And Jesse, we asked you, did you believe this guy was black, white, Mexi, or Asian? You went with white, and Ted agreed. Oh, sorry. Black. Don't let the blonde wig fool you, Ted. Here's the mugshot.
Oh, man. Oh, that's not his real blonde hair?
No, it turns out, not his real blonde hair. Yeah, kind of surprising.
I mean, he went full commit. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there was, that's another dude.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Team.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
I think we all know sometimes when you're trying to think of a word, it can be tough, right?
Sure.
So if you're on a show like today, for instance, I've been trying to say a word for 3 hours. I can't do it.
What is it? You've been trying to record that commercial for 3 hours.
Well, you have no idea. I just can't say the damn word.
What is the word? Getting in your head
Can
now?
they just give you a different word?
No, because it's the name of it.
Oh.
You know how like
So
I say Vietnamese, I just got to throw in the extra
Right,
thing?
yeah.
So I'm trying to correctly say traditional.
Traditional?
No, but it's like Spanish. And
So what is it, traditional?
Thank you.
Traditional.
Traditional.
So just say
Traditional.
tradition and then owl.
But no, I think
person.
I don't know. I couldn't get it. The point being, sometimes you get stuck on a word. Your brain
Sure.
just doesn't work
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Yes, traditional problem.
Thank you.
I think you got this. Tradition and then owl. Like
You
Al,
should do just have
like Al Bundy.
Just have a voiceover like they do in bad kung fu movies. Hey, this is Ted for traditional.
That was my second thought.
Then we can, like, insert the
just
word.
have BD.
Yeah, like sure.
Right? Like, Cuervo. Traditional.
Tequila.
Oh, there you go. Now I said it.
Yeah, you did
just said it.
perfect.
I
You
know.
just rolled right off the
I
tongue.
know. And I'll go back down there and never get the thing.
I know. We already know that. I'm already taking enjoyment in the fact I know you're going to mess it up again.
You hit all the copy earlier on the commercial, so that was good.
Yeah. So this guy's on $100,000 pyramid. He's with Tim Meadows. Barack.
That is right.
Can I buy you a fifth sandwich?
That is right. Hey, ladies, man, one of the most underrated movies of the SNL spinoff. Here's a movie for you. Cast.
You know what? I've never seen the whole movie, but I'd check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
So Tim Meadows is on there. This guy confuses Barack Obama and Osama bin Laden.
Evident 10 for $50,000. Go.
Bin Laden. Barack Obama's.
The clue was, right, was last name Obama. And he said Osama.
Osama Obama.
Osama.
So some people on the internet have kind of been getting after this guy like he's a racist or this and that.
Oh, for God's sake.
He's an idiot.
And the guy even said, he's like, look, I'm on national TV. There was something going on with my family. Like, I just messed up.
Yeah.
And look, I'm going to sit here right now and tell you, like, I messed up those words before.
You don't want to
be... Back in the day,
right.
He was the number one terrorist we had to hunt down, and we had the president. Like...
They did it on national... It happened a bunch, man. Like, racist!
Yeah, that's
come on.
Nobody's trying to intentionally be racist there. Trust me, there's enough of that already. We can tell the difference.
Like, you can be openly racist right now.
We can see that and determine which is which and which is not. They're making it pretty easy for you.
Right. It is funny, though. Like, he messes it up good. The video's at the Bedroom Facebook page. You want to see that. Now, for something that really is not that important in the grand scheme of TV, I just want you to hear this audio. This is from a child. He's in the Little League World Series. He comes, this is in a regional tournament. He's from, hang on, what's his name? Alfred D'Elia from Middletown, New Jersey.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Alfred D'Elia. At home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
So listen to it. I'll tell you what he says. He says his name. He says, at home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Hi, my name's Alfred D'Elia. At home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Yeah, he does.
That is Jersey. I mean, it's just...
Right, me and Mike were saying, like, how does he already have a raspy voice? Like, he's even smoking.
Oh, probably they have kid cigarettes, start them small.
And he's just so matter of fact. And I hit dingers.
The Little League World Series so far has been full of some gems. This was one that Jack Buting snuck in.
Now, was this one real?
He's a center fielder, age 13. I don't know.
I've seen both on the internet.
So they think somebody superimposed that?
Yes.
Okay, well,
you're talking about when they say favorite actor, and
he says Johnny Sins,
who's a porn star,
right? Exactly. The kid's 13 years old. Tell me that's real. I want it to be real so bad.
I want it to be real. I wanted there was a conversation that some guy at ESPN walked down the hall to the editor of the segment and was like, "Hey, did you not check that was a porn star? This 13-year-old kid put it there."
He's got this smirk on his face, and it says his favorite actor is Johnny Sins.
To be fair, you're 13. That makes sense to me. Like, yeah, he's watching more porn than any of us.
I know Ron Jeremy from being 13, 14. Not any time after that.
Yeah, I've known who he was, but he did not matter to me before then. But if you'd asked me then, we're like, yeah, Ron Jeremy, for sure. He seems to lead a life I would like to live.
Right.
Yeah, and nowadays it's hard to know names because you just go by descriptions.
Oh, yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Slutty housewife at the hot tub.
Whoa, okay.
Look out.
Right. Oh, some of those descriptions, you're like, wow, I have to watch this. This is insane. That description
I'm old
is
enough
true.
where I watch the housewife stuff now because they look closer to my age.
Yeah, it's weird how that works.
Some of them are weird, though. You just click on the picture.
Yeah.
And it's like stepson and mom.
Like,
God. Like, who thought of that?
The stepson or the stepmom.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who is this for? Why did they title it that way?
As long as we're talking a little bit about body parts and stuff, Nicki Minaj was on Stephen Colbert. Nicki Minaj, probably famous, number one, for her music, but number two, I would say her posterior.
Posterior.
She's got a posterior, thank you. I never call them that. I was trying to be fancy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Posterior.
She has a very,
you put your post there.
It's very nice. I have people that have been talking about it for years. You seen Nicki Minaj? I've seen her. So Colbert basically asked her about Joe Biden and Donald Trump and who's a fan of big butts.
I could only assume, but I'm guessing here that it would be Biden for obvious reasons.
I hesitate to ask Nicki Minaj, but what is the obvious reason that Joe Biden likes big butts and he cannot lie. Why is this?
I mean, anytime a white person gets like the pass that they can be like invited to the cookout, that means they probably like big butts.
Oh, and he's permanently invited to the cookout.
He's permanently invited to the cookout because he showed love to, our beloved, Obama, and they worked so well together. And he also just seemed so genuine. Mm-hmm. And I find that genuine men like big butts.
And you know what they say? I love a lobster. All the best meat in the tail.
That is phenomenal. I have never heard that term, but good for Stephen Colbert. Yeah. Butts are weird too. Like, I like a nice butt, and you don't really think about it, but sometimes you talk to a girl and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't have a butt." I don't know. You still got a little one there.
Yeah. You got one there.
Yeah,
it's all right. Whatever you got, I'm cool.
Yeah, whatever you got on that, I'm gonna like. You can have all kinds of stuff.
You got one butt cheek and it's diagonal. I'm cool. I'll fight through.
Some cars don't have 4 doors. They don't have 2.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
it's all right.
No one cares.
Yeah,
you like me, I like you. All right, cool.
Right? Can I touch it?
Yeah, right.
That's what I'll check it here.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a butt and I put my hand back there, technically I'm not touching.
I'm just feeling the back of your thigh, aren't I?
Getting in there, man. George R.R. Martin. You guys, of course, know him from writing Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So basically, somebody asked him, like, in a recent interview, they said, "Hey, why aren't you afraid to kill off so many of your characters?" And basically, the way he explains it, going back to the Lord of the Rings, makes a lot of sense.
And then Gandalf dies. I can't explain the impact that had on me at 13. You can't kill Gandalf. I mean, Conan didn't die in the Conan books, Tolkien just broke that rule, and I'll love him forever for it. Because the minute you kill Gandalf, the suspense of everything that follows is 1,000 times greater. Because now anybody could die. Of course, it's had a profound effect on my own willingness to kill characters at the drop of a hat.
That I'm a serial killer.
Wow.
No, but he's right. It makes sense. If it's a character, because if you watch any movie, especially if it's something where you know people are going to die, and maybe it's just based on star power, whatever it is, you already kind of know who's not going to die.
Correct.
And it sucks. So, what was it? Deep Blue Sea.
I would say Deep Blue Sea with.
Here's Samuel L. Jackson. Well, I know he's not going to die, and that mofo gets snapped in half. And I'm like, oh, and he's right. Like, for whatever reason, you just pay more attention because now nobody's safe. I thought LL Cool J was going to get eaten. No, he did not.
Or remember the first Scream?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Drew Barrymore's in it. Right. She's literally in the first season and gets killed. Or the first scene and gets killed.
That's awesome.
Right, she's not in the movie. Mm-hmm. And a lot of and I agree with him, because obviously Game of Thrones kills off characters all the time. But even in Sons of Anarchy, I mean, it sucks when your favorite character dies, but
you pay more attention.
Yeah.
It can happen at any time. And nobody's guaranteed. And that's the whole idea.
No, he's right. You definitely pay, if you like the show, you pay more attention if your favorite character's whacked.
Yeah. Right, even, as I say, even with Peaky Blinders, that was one of the shows that shocked me the most because characters on that show kept dying.
I like that. I do like that, man. There is something. He's right. It's more, people get upset for a week. I remember when you were watching Sons of Anarchy. I can't remember who else. Maybe it was Mike, but I guess every season that you guys talked about, you'd come in like, Mike, and you'd throw some name out there. What about Sugar Lips? I know, man. I didn't see you coming.
Oh, Hair Club's still pissed to this day as I talked about it one of the episodes a day later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Just because you can binge, you have to understand.
He probably shouldn't listen to the radio.
These were the DVR days. He's just I haven't watched it. I said, spoiler alert.
Yeah, don't listen to the morning show either. You're going to kill a lot of things for you.
You guys remember Paulie Perrette? She was on NCIS.
Oh, yeah.
She has since left that job, and I like the way they rate this. Like a lot of retirees, she has a lot of time in front of the TV. Ew. I guess she's been watching Family Feud. She kind of went on a rant on Twitter and said, I love Steve Harvey. I love the game shows, but why do they make your program so filthy? Even with children players, there's no reason.
So Family Feud?
Yeah, Family Feud has definitely, in the last few years, they consciously did it. They kind of ask leading questions.
They ask leading questions,
so you
right.
Get those
I
answers.
get it, but I can sit there and my kid, and look, it's like anything. Your kids don't get it. It doesn't matter.
Well, the funny thing is, Fox even did a news story on it and this and that, but at the same time, the kids aren't going to get half the jokes, and frankly,
they won't.
Family Feud, the ratings are up. They're not going to change it.
Yeah, I could tell a dirty joke in front of your kids, and I guarantee they would not get or understand why you're laughing.
Yeah, because even sometimes when you watch children's cartoons,
man,
you know what I mean?
They're loaded. Right. There's little side comments they make where I laugh out loud, and I'm also thinking, like, God damn, he just made a penis joke. Kids have no idea.
Like, do children still watch Shrek?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, they still watch Shrek.
So next time you watch Shrek as an adult.
I watched it 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay, when Lord Farquaad is laying in his bed and he asks to see the princess one more time. And as it pans back, you'll notice his other hand goes down his pants.
Yeah.
No way.
Under the sheets, yes.
Dude, if you watch Shrek, there's some subtle
way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I swear to God.
Your kids won't notice, though. But
do you think he's compensating?
Right. And I never noticed this stuff first time I saw it whenever it came out. But, yeah, watching it with my kids a few weeks ago, I'm kind of chuckling. So I'm like, okay, I can get through this movie. There's just enough dirty humor to keep me interested.
Yeah.
Barely.
I think a lot of people, if you're rich and famous, you might go the Clooney route of, just being Clooney.
Yeah.
Just spend the money so you can look like him. No, but you might, like he invested in a tequila company because he likes that. Jimmy Fallon had on Ryan Reynolds and he talked about gin.
The whole thing's been an amazing learning experience, but I sort of, you got to trust your gut on this kind of stuff. I mean, 11 years ago, I remember reading a Deadpool comic and feeling like this is a once-in-a-lifetime connection. And then a few years later, I met my wife, and I was like, oh, I guess a once-in-a-lifetime connection can happen twice. And then we had our children, and that's when I realized that I love gin. I took the passion. I went deep with the passion, right? So that's when I bought Aviation Gin.
That's fantastic, dude.
That's kind of funny. I didn't even think he was a boozer.
I mean, he seems like a guy who might drink a little, but I wouldn't have thought gin.
But he's not going to drink beer. I mean, not big IPA.
No.
It's not looking like him. He's shredded.
Right.
I'm sure he's pretty.
Yeah, and you're right. Most people on that level are you rarely see him drink.
That's
beer.
probably why they like gin. You do a gin and tonic, and it's not probably that bad, as bad than all the carbohydrates.
Can't be tonic.
Well, soda maybe.
Soda water. Yeah, that was a harsh reality a few years ago when we found out that tonic had just as much sugar as a soda.
See, to me, that's good news.
But then soda water, which is called soda water, has none.
See, this is why it's confusing.
It is. There's a lot of confusing things at the bar.
That's why just don't ask, just get me drunk.
Yeah. Stop looking at that person, as you've confused the idea that they're interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Simpsons movie came out in 2007, 18 years after its first season. Now there's talk maybe Family Guy might do the same thing after 20 years. By the way, that's amazing that Family Guy's been on for 20 years.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. According to a new report in the Wall Street Journal, there's a Family Guy movie in the works. And a second Simpsons movie might be coming too. Not a ton of details. The Family Guy one would mix animation with live action.
Okay. I mean, maybe. Who knows? They'll deliver. I mean, whatever. If you like Family Guy, I suspect you'll like the movie as well.
Yeah, there was also talk last year there was going to be a Bob's Burger movie. Miles, you'll agree, I still think one of the more underrated adult cartoons.
Without question.
Yeah, Bob's Burger.
People love that show. All ages.
Oh, yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
surprised at what a broad spectrum of people like that show.
Yeah, I shouldn't say it adult cartoon like it's blue humor. I mean adults would still like the cartoon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they address some pretty good stuff. They go beyond the Simpsons, Family Guy, here's a joke. Like they get into some stuff, which is good.
Yeah. And I mean, Seth MacFarlane's done so many movies as is, you know what I mean? Just Ted and Ted 2 alone, where you had a
That's
bear.
right, I forgot that was him.
Yeah, you have a bear walking around and stuff. Like, I'd have to think he can make a good Family Guy movie. Now, granted, I like Family Guy, but it's a half an hour. It's a different story for 90
All right,
minutes.
well, you ask yourself, could you get through it 90 minutes, 87 minutes, whatever it'll be?
Yeah, because, I mean, it's kind of like South Park, right? With what was the Team America?
Yeah.
I mean, a
Great
little
movie.
different because it was puppets and this and that,
Yeah,
but they made it
still
through
good.
that. Basketball.
Another good one.
Decent movie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Family Guy, Simpsons.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
Bob's Burger movie?
You got a big enough fan base. They're going to go see it.
Yeah. Bob's Burger movie.
And ultimately, all you're talking about is 3 to 4 episodes.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
But you just have to keep them,
Well, Family Guy already does those crazy, hour-long Star Wars ones.
And they do the Halloween stuff on The Simpsons and all that stuff.
You're exactly
so
right.
they're getting into that frame.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. There you go. TV Time with Ted. Mike's coming up. He's got your headlines. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to Los Angeles, where police are looking for a man who slapped a 4-year-old hippo's ass. A Mississippi man is now talking about an alien abduction 45 years ago and a polygraph he did pass. Deputies help women stranded on a giant inflatable unicorn on a lake. An angry woman blasted the same opera song for 16 years for her neighbor's sake. And a man argues with his wife, so man flies a plane into their home. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
Our top story, a woman in Slovakia has been arrested after playing a little opera. Turns out that this was her retaliation for the constant barking of her neighbor's dog. While the dog was barking, the woman would blast it out of her window at all hours of the day for 16 years.
Jesus Christ.
She was eventually arrested on charges of harassment and malicious persecution, which I find unfair.
Why, because the dog was barking?
Yeah. She was only doing it because the dog was barking. You quiet down the dog, she won't play the music anymore.
Good luck with the dog, man.
Yeah, bring it inside. Stupid dog. Sometimes dogs don't bark. In other news, on the lighter side of police work, a sheriff's deputy in Minnesota had to save a group of women floating in a giant inflatable unicorn after they had gotten themselves stuck in a nearby weeds on the lake.
It's a sweet-looking inflatable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's massive. You can get a lot of people in there. I've never seen an inflatable that was that big. It wasn't like something you pull behind a boat.
Yeah.
You know, totally.
There you go, Chad.
I've seen it.
All right, good. Let's see.
I just, and that looks like crummy water to be kind of chilling in. It's like
That's why they have a unicorn, Ted.
And murky.
And that's why they also got stuck in the weeds. The sheriff's office posted, quote, with a handful of laughs and some mad rescue roping skills, they pulled back into the dock.
Okay. About a big unicorn.
I want to see him rodeo that thing in there, lasso that unicorn and pull it in.
You need a little electric motor just in case something happens.
Lassoed me a unicorn.
Women drunk on a unicorn. It's that time again. It's time for another episode of Man vs. Beast. Today we go to Los Angeles to the wildlands of the LA Zoo, where authorities are looking for the subject of a viral video. The video shows a man scaling the fence of the hippo enclosure and climbing down to complete his task of slapping their 4-year-old hippo Rosie on the behind. Before climbing back out and running out of the zoo, they're currently on the lookout for the man. They did say that this is no laughing matter, and the reason being is because that hippo does not like you, not even a little bit.
Hippos are
incredibly aggressive.
No, hippo. There was the Chinese tourist. He was killed, or he's from Taiwan, man. He went on safari, killed by the hippo when he got too close for trying to get a picture.
Have you guys ever seen the video of the hippo who's coming up behind the boat swimming in about, I don't know, it looks like 40 miles an hour.
With hate in its eyes?
Oh, he's pissed. And you're like, oh my God, this thing is a mountain, and it's swimming like Michael Phelps. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Talked about how it's one of the most dangerous animals that you can encounter.
Absolutely, and just a lettuce-eating fool.
Yeah. And it doesn't need lettuce either, Miles. It'll eat you. It'll dismember you.
It likes everything.
Let you watch.
It'll bite you in half.
It doesn't discriminate on its food. It eats whatever.
A strange story out of Utah. A man was arrested on a charge of domestic violence, and mere hours after he was arrested, he posted bail and asked an officer to escort him home to get some of his belongings, which he did without any incident. Not long after, the man took off in a Cessna plane owned by his employer and flew the plane into his house.
Damn.
With his wife and child inside.
And they made it, and he didn't.
Exactly. Well, the plane was destroyed, and the man did not survive the crash. The wife and child escaped completely unharmed.
Okay.
Happy ending.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeepers. A book is about to make its way onto the shelves, written by and tells the story of the man that 45 years ago was allegedly abducted by aliens. While recounting the story of the man, it's coming out. Believe it or not, do what you want to do. That's it for your headline today. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Who Sucks Less. Profile this, and we will drink and toast with a shot of the day.
Yes, indeed. It is all true, but in the meantime, we be all about this match. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.